Hello and welcome to Masandawana Fan Vlog. It's Kensani here. Just after match day 22 of the Betway Premiership against AmaZulu. Tough and tricky game. Even Debs in this post-match interview did say AmaZulu are tricky customers, and I think they proved to be a bit tricky. But I think for most times we made it tricky for ourselves as well. If you look at the lineup that Coach Miguel put out there, it was a very strong lineup. It was good to see Marcelo Allende being rotated. I think he's played a lot of games this season, and I think he just needed a break here, somewhere in the games that have been coming in thick and fast. If we had played on Saturday, I think he would have played. So it looked like it was a game that was planned for him to get a rest. I'm glad he got a rest. It's a very, very strong lineup. Surprising to see Aubrey in the midfield, but not really surprising. Surprising, but not really surprising, since he's played in the midfield for a lot of the time that Coach Mangova was still here. I wasn't really happy with the first half. I thought it was very sloppy. It was it lacked imagination, it lacked grit, it lacked intensity. For most times I thought we were just rotating the ball for the sake of it, but there wasn't really much intent with the possession that we had. You can't really say we dominated, even though if you look at the stat line, it will show you that we had the most of the possession. But I don't think it's a half that we dominated. I just think we did well to do our best to control the game, which we did. But if you look at the team that we faced, they also got some chances. The first chance they got with Wade Jost there just fluffed his lines when he got in the final third. And then also in most of the chances that AmaZulu got tonight, it's almost as if they had imposter syndrome, because it looked like they were not really sure that are we really getting this chance, so they fluffed their lines. I think if it was a quality opponent, it would have been a different game altogether. But like it always happens in most cases, we play against these teams that just show too much respect to us, and I think sometimes it fools us because we don't really take the chances that we get. You look at Shalulile, in the first 10 minutes he got a chance, but he didn't finish it. And Lucas was a bit sluggish as well, but I thought he had a very good second half. I thought Shalulile as well showed intent in the second half. Got a goal very quick within the first 5 minutes of the 5 to 8 minutes of the second half, which I thought we needed, especially leading up to playing a big game. You just need 30 points, secure the 30 points, because big games can go either way, and I think in any title race or title challenge, you need to take the points against the unfancied teams. All in all, I thought it was just an okay performance. I thought the second half was much better than the first half. In the first half, I think only you can look at Ronwen, Debza, and maybe Jaden Adams as the players who showed intent. Lunga, Kuliso, sluggish. Grant conceded a needless foul. Also, when you consider the fact that Aubrey just came back as well from a booking suspension, considered silly fouls. Grant considered a silly foul. But I think sometimes players also want to clean up on their performances, because when you look at the challenge that Grant got a yellow card for, it's almost the same as the goal we considered against I forgot the name of the team in the DRC, where Kitambala put on the afterburners and left ground for dead and got the goal. So it was almost the same type of sequence, and Grant didn't want to take his chances, and he just made sure that it's only the ball that goes through, but the man doesn't go through. So yeah, man, all in all, I think the performance was almost mirroring this review, it's one of those where you just want to just get the 3 points and then go home, like Debs said, but all in all, it was a game of milestones. Shalulile finally getting his 100th goal for Sundowns. Debs are playing his 160th match in the big league. Great milestones for the boys, great milestones for the team. Shalulile getting 100 goals in 4 years and 5 months. That's just ridiculous. The man arrived here on the 8th in September 2020, and by March 2025 already scored 100 goals. I don't think it's a feat that we will see in the near future. I don't know who's the next striker that will come in the Premier League and give a team 100 goals in 4 years and 5 months. I'm not sure if we'll see something similar in the near future. I think it's unreal, the fact that Shalulile has come here and averaged over 20 goals a season for in under 5 years. It's a great feat, and I just need him to get the 3 goals so he can leave Frognovet and be the all-time leading scorer for Mamelodi Sundowns. And after that, you can say, you know what, Shalulile, you've given this club everything you've given it, and you can maybe go look for greener pastures. Because even when you look at Shalulile's body language, you look at Shalulile's how he's looked post AFCON, he hasn't really looked like the Shalulile we saw in the first 3 years at the club. And I think sometimes players get in a space where they just need a fresh challenge. They just need an environment that will challenge them. They need an environment that will, require something different from what you're used to. Because when you stay in a place for 5 years, sometimes you just get caught up in a hamster wheel, doing the same thing every day, same thing every season. So I don't know. I think Shalulile has given us all he could give this club. I'm just hoping and wishing that we have a great run in the Champions League and find ourselves in the final, and then hopefully we get the big fish with him. He's still here, and maybe he can go look for another challenge elsewhere. It's not like I'm chasing him away. But yeah, so just sometimes when a player is especially attackers, when they are in a place for too long, they just need a fresh environment, to really challenge themselves, and then maybe find something different to motivate you. I think he's done it all at Sundowns. Back-to-back Football of the Year, Golden Boots. It's won 4 titles in a row since he came here. Won domestic trophies. Only thing that's missing is the big fish. Yeah, but anyway, a great fit by Shalu. But going back to the game, I think there's not much that I can say about this game, except because I think anything more that I say will be repeating myself. I think I'll say it again, that it was just one of those games where you just take the 3 points and you go home and you prepare for the next fixture, and the next fixture happens to be against Pirates at FNB, and I think this was a good game to get the minutes in the legs, since we couldn't play the game on Saturday, and you don't go into that game rusty, because sometimes you'll think that you need the rest before a big match, but sometimes you'll arrive there rusty and you'll get caught slipping. So yeah, all in all, I think it was just an okay performance, a performance that we needed. The performance where we needed the 3 points, which we got, which I'm happy about. Anything else, I think, will just be greedy, guys, because these guys have a lot of games of consequence that are still coming. I'll go into the ratings, even though it's a bit odd to do the ratings alone, because there's no one to argue to argue against or to argue with. I think it was a good game for Ronwen. Back in the team after I don't know how many games. And also in his absence, I think Jody got some good games under his belt. Dennis, even though he got a red card, but had a good performance last time out. And yeah, I think Ronwen was a good performance, convincing, commanding. 7 out of 10. I thought Divine, it was good to see him back on the pitch. I expected him to play against Chiefs, if I'm going to be honest with you. But also, you can also see that he hasn't played in a while. A bit rusty, but all in all, okay, man. Divine, what I like about him is that he'll give you the options, He'll run into space, look for the ball, look for the cross, look for the combination play. He's just a nifty player. Who's busy, looking for the ball. He doesn't hide, looking for the pass as well. But yeah, I think it was a 6.5 performance out of him. Lucas Suarez, good as always, looking for the pass. Gave Reynas a very good ball in the first half, which Reynas didn't utilize well. Found our midfielders, found the passing spaces, I think it was a good performance from him. I think I'll give Suarez a 7.5 for that performance. Grant also came back, I think, after not playing. He didn't miss the Chiefs game, I think, due to illness. Yeah, but also good to see him back as well before the Pirates game. I think it's a 7. Kuliso, second half was much better than the first half. Got the assist for Shalu's goal, I think. Also loves the challenge. Enjoyed watching him go into the challenges with Rian Hanamub. Good performance as well. A 7 out of 10. Something like look today, because he loves a 7. Debs back-to-back man of who won man of the match against Chiefs? Jaden, I think. Yeah, Debs man of the match against Kukun as well. Big performance. Debs always gives a good performance. Second half always better than the first half. I think a 9 from me. Jaden was very good as well. An 8. Aubrey, it's been an inconsistent season from Aubrey. Some games is very good, some games is just off the mark. But also I think changing positions a lot maybe affects his game. But I think today was a 5. Not a good performance from him. Lucas got an assist for Salah's goal, for Salah's goal. Always tries, frustrating at times, but very good most of the time. I think I'll give him an 8. Reynas hasn't looked the same. He was very good beginning of the season, but lately I'm not sure if he's a bit lost, because at the beginning of the season he was playing as the lone 9, so maybe he had more space to operate getting the goals, getting the assists. But even though he got an assist against Chiefs, but the performances haven't been the same. But not without trying. He'll always try, always run behind the defense, always get the he'll always get a chance, or at least half a chance. But he just hasn't been bearing his chances like he has been beginning of the season or first round of the season. A 6 today. Shalu, I mean, you don't score your 100th goal and we don't give you a 10 on Masandawana vlog, so it's not a 10 for the performance. If we were to go into the performance, maybe an 8, but because he scored his 100th goal for Sundowns, I'll give him a 10, an honorary 10. But all in all, a good performance. I also liked Shalulile's second half. First half, not so much. Played with his foot a lot, but he was getting in the spaces, and sometimes it just looks a bit crowded, and they seem like they can't get the space to operate. But yeah, I'll give Shalu a 10. I mean, you don't score 100 goals in less than 5 years, and we don't give you a 10. Off the bench, I think Salas was the best player, has been the best player for the past, I don't remember how many games, but yeah, seems to be the most expensive impact player on the continent. Yeah, I know I've said a lot about Salas, and I still maintain that if you are our record signing, you should command the starting place, you should affect games, which he's doing. He's affecting games. All I need from him is to command the starting place, which you can say that he's earned lately. If you were to see him starting, I don't think anyone would complain if Salas would start a game right now. If Salas starts the game on Sunday, I don't think I'll complain, because he's been doing well, been scoring goals off the bench, been creating goals off the bench, and his overall play has been good. But I think my thing is with Salas is that if you're the record signing, you must consistently be in the starting lineup and consistently giving the performances. But I don't want to lie, there's not much to complain about Salas in the previous games. He's been playing very, very, very well, and he's starting to look like he's getting a bit more comfortable. And yeah, someone was saying to me that I mustn't forget that Salas is only 22, so maybe he'll still adapt. I think I'll give him next season. I'll give him next season to like properly judge him. I won't judge him much from this season, but if I were to judge him so far, I would say not a total waste of money. Not a total waste of money, because he's been affecting games off the bench. I just need him to start affecting games at a rate that Lucas is affecting games, at the rate that Shalu was affecting games when he came on. But so far, I have to be honorable and say he's really shut me up, and he's performed in a way that shows you that we've paid big bucks for him. And I think I will give him an 8.5 for the performance of the bench. Great goal, great goal. Created the space for himself and a proper finish. If he does that consistently, I'll be happy. Tashreeq, I don't think he played enough to get a rating. Spelelem Kulisi, I'll give him a 6.5. I thought he calmed things down when he came on, because I thought we had too many attackers on the pitch and we didn't have enough help in midfield. And when Spelele came in, I think he helped Debza and Jaden a bit more. And I think, yeah, it's a 6.5. Keanu Cupido as well didn't play enough for me to give him a rating, but all in all, I'm happy with the performance today. I'll give Coach Miguel an 8.5 out of 10. And then the supporters, I can't rate them because I wasn't at the stadium. I walked in here just as the game was about to start. So, yeah, I can't rate the supporters because I wasn't at the stadium. I don't think it's the honorable thing to do. But yeah, all in all, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on Sunday at FNB when we lock horns with Orlando Pirates. Cheers.